Hi, it's Mark. I'm back with another very brief Photoshop tutorial. Um, wasn't intending on doing this one, but I've been messing around just doing some very simple mirror style uh, images from things in and around Newcastle, and I got a few questions about how they were done. And because it's very easy to do and hopefully very easy to explain, I decided to do a quick Photoshop tutorial. This is obviously the Time Bridge, and it's just a simple mirror, as you can see, right through the middle, flip top to bottom. This next one is of the top of the cathedral, which I think makes it look like a satellite, some sort of gothic, futuristic satellite. In fact, I might get around to doing a composite with some spaceships and such going around it. This next one is the top of the Civic Centre Tower in Newcastle with its seahorse heads. Again, I think it looks like another satellite, but the one that got most comments and led to me doing this is this, which looks like some sort of spaceship, but it is in fact just the top of the Sage in Newcastle. And what makes it stand out was, I think, the clouds that were there at the time, the darks and the lights of the clouds blowing around. And when you flip it, it really makes it pop out of the page. So let me just get rid of that, and that's two. And here we are in Photoshop. This is the actual starting picture. And it's very easy to do. So let's start. So I want to make a copy of the background layer first. So I'm going to use Command J to make the copy. If you're on a PC, it's Control J. I'm not going to keep alternating. I will choose the Mac version, which is Command J, Command T, Command whatever. And if you're on a PC, use Control versions of the same. So Command J to make a copy, Command T to transform. You can see the little transformation lugs have come around, which allow me to change sizes and do various things. But I don't do that. I want to just flip it. So if I right click on it and choose flip vertical, it turns this layer upside down. Now, I need to reposition this, but I can't tell yet where and how to reposition it. So I'm going to lower the opacity of this layer. You can slide it back and forward, but I reckon about 60% will probably do. 60. There you go. Temporarily lower the opacity of this layer so you can see where it is. Now, this is the bit I'm interested in. So if you can see the sage here and the sage there, that is the width of our spaceship. If I want to, I can Control T and I can move this layer a bit higher, and that's making the spaceship thinner, as you can see here. Hopefully between these lines you can see how the spaceship is. I'll move it a little bit higher. It makes it thinner again. I think somewhere around there. It won't be exactly the same as the one I showed earlier, but I think somewhere around there might look okay. So I'm going to press enter. Now I need to. I'm going to be needing to mask some of this out. So before I remove, change the opacity layer, I'm going to press M for my marquee tool. Now, my marquee tool was already on rectangular, yours might not be, so when you press M for your marquee tool, you might need to come up and right click on here and choose between the elliptical and single row for the rectangular. And with that done, I'm going to click down here, off frame, and I'm going to drag my little selection across to go right down the barrel there. And as you can see there, right down where these two are coming together. And with that done, and I'm still on this layer, I'm going to click my mask tool down here, and that will mask that off. Now then, that still doesn't look right, but if I restore the opacity, there you go. We're getting there. We've got a few things just to tidy up, but that's neither here nor there. So first of all, I've got a bird up here and a bird upside down here, and I've got two birds here I don't want, and I've got a line down the bottom I don't want. So let me just switch off the top layer for the moment and address this bird here, just for clarity's sake. So I'm on the background layer. If I now choose over here my patch tool, I can just simply select that bird drag it out the way, and it's gone. Control D to deselect. I'm going to leave that one there because I like it, and let's just do the opposite. So if I switch that layer off, switch this layer on. Down here, I want to, I'm going to make sure I click on that layer. Down here, I want to do the same thing. I want to just select that little bird, slide it out of the way, Control D, deselect, and here I want rid of this one, upside down flying bird, drag it to one side, and Control D. And there we are. So there is our almost completed image. This black line I'm not too keen on, so I'll just click on my crop tool and I'll just slide that just up a little bit, and because I'm pedantic, I'll probably slide the top one down as well, just to maintain the symmetry. There we are, and I'll click OK. Now that doesn't pop up the page because I think it really needs to be black and white, but I do like the fact that the bird is there and not down here, so that kind of breaks subtly for those who spotted the symmetry. So let's choose an adjustment layer by clicking down here, and let's choose a black and white adjustment layer. Now then, you can play, this is black and white, but obviously has colours underneath. You can play with these to your heart's content to find the ones that produce the most pop. Clearly this one was, because there's a lot of blue in there, so I'm going to bring that one quite down, the blues. Magenta, not so much. I can't remember what I did. I'm just proving the fact that, you know, you should play with these things. Even no matter what YouTube video you watch about how to do things, and they say, "Oh, do this to 12, do this to 20." Why? Do it to 20, do it to 30, do it to 40. Do what you want. Just play around until you understand what's happening. So here, yellow's not working at all there, really, on changing it. Neither the red. So really, it was the cyans and the blues. So I'm going to bring those down like that. And then I might also add one further layer, which is a curves layer, and just add a bit more contrast in lowering, darkening the darks, and lightening the lights. There you go. So there's our spaceship. Not for you to finish off, but do feel free to do this, by the way. I put an extra layer on top, press B for my brush tool, I select my signature, and I go and stick my signature down the bottom. Feel free to use my signature, especially if it's a very popular image. And that's it. The secret of this is getting a good skyline, getting something with not much in the way, and that looks good with symmetry. And don't forget, you can rotate things 90 degrees. Let's see what this looks like 90 degrees, shall we? Control T. Oh, hang on a second. Just make a copy of everything. Control T or Command T, and let's rotate clockwise. So I mean, obviously the canvas isn't right, but you can see how sometimes that would be a completely different picture. So don't be afraid to try things. And that's it. I'm going now. I'll see you in the next one.